Help me to reach 2,000 subscribers. I still remember the exact moment it happened, the flick of her wrist, the way she laughed, and the sound of my heart dropping like glass onto tile. It was a Friday night, the kind where the city hums just loud enough to make silence feel uncomfortable. We were sitting at a dimly lit restaurant, half-finished glasses of wine between us. The air smelled of grilled rosemary chicken and cheap perfume from the table behind us. She leaned forward, her elbows resting on the table, and said it, casually, like it meant nothing. You know, Ryan from the office said I look better every time he sees me. Maybe I should test that theory. Then she laughed. A careless, melodic laugh that cut through my chest like a knife dipped in honey. I forced a smile, but inside, something caved. It wasn't the joke itself. It was the look in her eyes when she said it, the faint shimmer of defiance, the way her mouth lingered around his name like it tasted good. For months, I had been telling myself I was imagining things. The late texts she called work emergencies. The sudden changes in her schedule. The perfume that wasn't hers. I wanted to believe I was paranoid, that love just makes people see ghosts where there are none. But that night, her joke wasn't just a joke. It was a confession dressed in laughter. I stared at her, my voice barely steady. That's funny. She shrugged. Come on, lighten up. You're so serious all the time. It's just Ryan. Right. Just Ryan. Her phone buzzed on the table. The screen lit up. Ryan. She reached for it too quickly, almost knocking her wine glass over. Then she tried to play it off, sliding the phone face down. My pulse started to climb. Go ahead, I said quietly. Answer it. Her eyes darted up, guilt flickering like a candle in the wind. It's work. He's asking about Monday's presentation. It's Friday night. Yeah, well, we have deadlines. Her voice trembled on the last word, barely noticeable unless you were listening for it. And I was. I'd been listening for months. The rest of dinner felt like drowning in slow motion. Her laughter sounded forced. My words came out hollow. By the time the check arrived, I could barely taste the food. On the drive home, she hummed along to the radio as if nothing had happened. I watched her reflection in the window, her profile outlined by streetlights, her lips mouthing lyrics she didn't mean. I used to think she looked peaceful when she was lost in thought. Now she just looked like a stranger rehearsing a lie. When we got home, I went straight to the bathroom, locking the door behind me. I stared into the mirror, water dripping from my hands. My reflection looked exhausted, eyes bloodshot, jaw clenched. I whispered to myself, don't jump to conclusions. Don't be that guy. But deep down, I already knew. That night, when she fell asleep, I opened her phone. I told myself it was wrong, but the need for truth was stronger than my conscience. The messages weren't explicit. They didn't have to be. Wish you were here instead of him. Next time, don't chicken out. And the photo, a mirror selfie, her smile just slightly different than the one she gave me. It wasn't rage that hit me first. It was the kind of heartbreak that makes your lungs forget how to work. My throat burned, my hands shook. Every memory, the vacations, the laughter, the quiet nights, started to feel like scenes from a movie I'd been tricked into starring in. I sat there until the sun started to rise. Then I made coffee. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just felt hollow, like the world had been drained of color. When she woke up and came into the kitchen, she smiled sleepily, her hair messy from the pillow. Morning, babe. I handed her a cup. My voice didn't sound like my own. I saw the messages. She froze, eyes wide. Then she tried to speak, but nothing came out. I just want to know why, I said. If you were unhappy, you could have told me. You didn't have to do this. Tears welled up in her eyes. It didn't mean anything. It was stupid. I was lonely, you've been so distant lately. So it's my fault. No. I don't know what happened. It started as flirting, then it went too far, and I didn't stop it. I stared at her, the words echoing inside me like static. Didn't stop it. That's all I needed to hear. I placed my coffee down, grabbed my keys, and walked toward the door. She ran after me, her voice cracking. "Please, don't go. We can fix this." I turned to her, feeling everything and nothing at once. "You made a joke about him last night. You thought it was funny." That was the moment I realized I'm not someone you respect anymore. Her face crumpled. She reached out, but I stepped back. "Goodbye, Emma." I walked out. The morning air was cold and sharp, filling my lungs with something that felt like clarity. As I drove away, I looked in the rearview mirror one last time. She was standing at the doorway, barefoot, holding her mug, her eyes red. The image burned into my mind, not out of love, but as proof that I had finally seen her for who she was. Weeks passed. I moved into a small apartment downtown, one with creaky floors and peeling paint but peace. Silence no longer felt suffocating. Sometimes I still wake up expecting to hear her laugh. But when I remember the way she said his name, I let the ache remind me why I left. Because betrayal doesn't always start with a kiss. Sometimes, it starts with a joke that cuts too deep. And once trust cracks, it never sounds the same again.